How parents can support a child's mental health, model healthy coping skills. That is, don't think that we can journal only after 10 years, after 20 years, 15 years. No, even the child is facing a lot of stress every day. Even in the school, there's so much of pressure at home, even peer pressure. Start teaching them different coping skills when the child is stressed, when the child is angry, when the child is emotionally low. See, this very, very important. As a parent, we have to teach them to coping skills, right? The child might be good at drawing. Whenever the child feels sad, let the child do mandala art. When the child is low, let him go for a nice walk. Yeah, so this is how we have to teach them different coping skills. Watch for behavior changes. Yes, see there is a lot of behavior change of the child, that the child is getting angry, suddenly the child is not going to school. There is something which is bothering to the child, right? Don't simply say, why can't you go to school, why can't you study, see your neighbor is studying. Don't tell that. You as a parent has so much of responsibility. Only you can be a friendly person, or you only can be a responsible person. Teacher cannot be, or anyone, your neighbor cannot be. So see the changes, behavior changes, and guide the child. Let them know they are loved and supported. Yes, tell the child that you're loved. Tell the three-letter word, I love you, again and again, every day. Probably go when the child goes to school, or when the child is sleeping, or when the child is waking up in the morning before going to sleep. Tell that word again, and it feels so good. The child gets connected and loved so much. Yeah, provide positive feedback and encouragement. Yes, that's very important. We have to keep the small things. If you've seen the child um, showing there is an improvement in the child, it could be academically, it could be emotionally, tell the child good, that you did it well, or appreciate the child. I heard you say how you feel. That's great. Yeah, how you feel, right? You're feeling irritated, or it's okay if it is a negative feeling, it's okay. But tell the child that that the child feels that you've recognized the feeling what the child is trying to say. You're in the right track. So please give a right feedback and encouragement to the child. A spiritual value, yeah, very, very important. That spiritual value is totally missed out now. So you be a Hindu or a Buddhist or a Muslim or a Christian, you all have your holy book. What is that which teaches you? It can be a mindfulness, it can be respect, honesty, compassion, gratitude, service. Service is very important. The child should know what is the value of service. Yeah, all this you can teach through Bhagavad Gita or Bible or Quran. Yeah, so this is very important spiritual value. Teach them. And you can also teach them meditation. That helps the child to calm down in stressful life. Encourage joyful movement. Yes, a little of dance or physical movement with the child is always good. Talk and listen to your child. Connect with your child. Sit with the child. Make eye contact. Give a quality time with the child. If you're talking to the child for 30 minutes, leave out all your gadgets, leave out all your personal work, and connect with your child. Enjoy time with your child. Manage conflict. Yes, give a situation and ask the child, how are you going to handle this conflict? Let's see how the child is brainstorming and finding out solution. Yeah, so we can understand where the child is emotional intelligence is. Help your child learn to manage emotions. Yes, that the child should be able to label the emotions. The child should be able to understand what he or she is going through. Yes, so instead of saying, the child, you're feeling sad, why you're feeling sad, what is that which is making you feel sad, why are you feeling angry, what was it, because of your friend, or because of sometimes something has happened at home, the same emotion the child takes it to the school and he starts to fight there. So try to finish it off here only, and try to the child, we have to make the child understand to how to label the emotions. If the child is feeling angry, right, what is that child is feeling? There is some injustice happening in the house or in the school, right? So you should know that whether the child is able to label it. This sad stress is very common world audience. So let the child understand how to label it. Yeah, so happiness, yeah, we always want 365 happiness. That emotions is accepted with everybody. Yeah, shame. So there is when the child is telling, I'm feeling shame, what is that child is lacking? The loss of dignity. The child is feeling guilt. What is that child is facing a problem? There is some mistake the child has done. The teacher has scolded, or the mother is scolded in front of everybody. They are scolding. So let's teach the child to label the mistake. Why the child feels angry on themselves? Sometimes when I'm guilty about it, I feel so angry that I might commit suicide. So I try to hit myself. I might try to harm myself, right? So please teach the child how to label it.